Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and we're out here in the garage, and I got a few things I want to talk about today. The first thing I want to talk about is ammunition, and then the second thing I want to talk about is the Springfield Armory, and I guess they're calling it the SA16-A2 Rifle. And we'll talk about the rifle second because I got a lot of opinions and I'm sure I'm going to tick off some people when I talk about it. But let's talk about the ammunition first, because I saw my friend Jack number 2 today, the second person that lends guns to the channel named Jack. And I've shown you guys in some previous Texas Gun Vault 2 videos that he lent some AMT pistols to the channel, these kind of like really cool 1911 style pistols, but chambered in odd calibers like 30 carbine and 50 AE and so forth. And he also lent a pistol to the channel, sorry, not a pistol, a revolver, a Smith & Wesson Model 53, which is chambered in 22 Magnum and in, let me make sure I get this right, 22 Remington Jetfire. Yeah, I'd never even heard of that before. It's like an old like Wildcat cartridge that I guess got some adoption, and there's only been like 2 revolvers ever chambered in this caliber. And I was like, well, I don't have any ammunition for it. Well, Jack came through for me. He found some ammunition for these guns for me to review, and he gave it to the channel. So he is really helping me out, and I think he's really helping all of us out here in the Texas Gun Vault community, because I said, hey, I can do like a from the vault video with these. I don't have to shoot them. I don't have ammunition for them, but I can talk about the calibers and how cool they are and so forth. And he wants them to be shot and reviewed. So he gave us some ammo, and that is awesome. And I wanted to show you some of this ammo because some of it's really, really interesting. This is the 22 Jet. As I said, this is the 22 Remington Jetfire. Here's the box. This is made by Bullseye, and this cartridge is unique. Let me show you what this thing looks like. So we got 50 rounds of this stuff, and there it is. Take a look at that thing. Yeah, you want to talk about a tapered wall? Look at that. Sorry, I'm trying to get it into focus there. There it is. So you have a 22 caliber projectile, and this is going to be soft point, and the taper of that is crazy. So you get a lot of powder behind this, and it uses a small pistol primer, and I'm assuming this is going to be one screaming cartridge. The only issues I have read online that people have with this particular cartridge is the fact that because of this taper, the case expands in the cylinder of the revolver, and sometimes when you're trying to use the ejector rod, these can get kind of stuck and be a little bit hard to get out. So I don't know if I'm going to have that issue, but that is the known issue with this caliber. And obviously it did not take off, but it is a really interesting idea. So I really got to look up the ballistics of this. So he was able to track this down. In fact, some people here on this channel were like, good luck finding ammo for that revolver. Well, Jack found it. So we got 2 boxes of this stuff. So I got 50 rounds. So that's definitely enough to review that. And of course I have 22 Magnum ammo, so I can change out the cylinder and use those little adapter casings as well. So we'll get to review that revolver a lot. Then going to one of the AMT pistols, the Auto Mags. One of them was chambered in 45 Win Mag. So another kind of weird caliber. So this is not like 45 Super. I think it's more powerful than 45 Super. And here it is. Now this is Underwood. See what the box says. See if I can show you the info on the box, because I know people will want to know about that. But there it is, 45 Win Mag, 230 grain. These are going to be jacketed hollow points, and it claims 1,600 feet per second. That is a screaming cartridge for 230 grains out of a pistol. And there is that cartridge right there. So it's definitely longer than 45 Super. So this is going to be like 45 ACP on steroids. So I bet that thing is going to be really loud. I don't know what the recoil is going to be like because these AMT pistols really seem to tame the recoil really well. So Jack was able to track down 2 boxes of this stuff. So I have 50 rounds of that, which is pretty nice. And the Underwood stuff is pretty superior quality ammunition. Then, the last stuff I want to show you is something I'm honestly a little bit nervous and kind of scared to shoot. Because I've shot a Desert Eagle before in 50 AE. And it was loud, a lot of recoil. And the AMT pistol, the Auto Mag, that is chambered in 50 AE has a compensator, but it doesn't have the same type of locking mechanism the Desert Eagle does. So I have no idea what this thing is going to kick like. It says here it is 300 grain, full metal jacket, traveling at 1,400 feet per second. Let me see if I can get the box there in frame. There it is. And we got 3 boxes of this stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through 3 boxes of this. I mean, I have no idea. This is going to be a gun. I will probably start off with just 1 round in it and have to decide if it's going to be too much. I don't know. It's kind of interesting because this is the only other gun I know chambered in 50 AE. I'm sure there's a few others out there, but everyone knows the Desert Eagle. But, oh my gosh. This thing said, I thought it said jacketed hollow point. Maybe I was wrong. This is a ball ammo here. Oh, this is full metal jacket. Okay, full metal jacket. Was I wrong on that? Oh, it's full metal jacket. I thought it said jacketed hollow point. My bad. Oh my gosh, that thing is gigantic. Oh my gosh. 50 caliber. Man. That is one beast of a cartridge. Man, 50 Action Express. I don't know, maybe I should probably show you next to a 45 Win Mag. So here's a 45 Win Mag, and there is a 50 AE. Man, you can even see the diameter, just that little bit of a difference there. Man. So, I'm a little scared with this stuff. But we're gonna shoot it. We're gonna find out. And this is by Precision One Ammunition, based in Charleston, South Carolina. Man, there you go. So 50 AE. So thank you, Jack. This is gonna be a real treat to shoot your guns and shoot these kind of odd calibers. So yeah, I think this is gonna be my first 50 AE review. You know, something that I don't think a lot of people know about a quirk in U.S. law, but anything above 50 caliber is actually illegal, with the exception of shotguns. There's a law that says a rifled bore can only be up to 50 caliber unless it has an exemption for sporting purposes. So that's why some shotguns with rifled barrels are fine. But when it comes to like a pistol, that's it. You cannot have a 51 caliber pistol that's not black and powder. So if it's, you know, smokeless powder and it's a modern firearm, it can't be more than 50 caliber. Interesting little kind of quirk about U.S. law, because then if it's bigger, it becomes an AOW in any other weapon. No, or maybe it's a destructive device. I forgot how the ATF classifies it. It's one of those two things. I guess you could legally have it if you fill out the, you know, the NFA paperwork, but when it comes to like Title I firearms, 50 caliber is all you can get legally. That's why, you know, no one's ever made anything bigger than that, or it's not as popular. You know, what do they say? You know, why do I carry a 45? Because I don't make a 46? Well, I guess you could say, why do you carry a 50? Because you legally can't have a 51 without special paperwork and stuff. Anyway, that's the way I understand the way the law works. Something about 50 caliber is like the max. But anyway, thank you, Jack. This is awesome, and then I'm humbled, and so we're going to get to shoot those really, really cool guns. And as you can see, I got the mini fix out here in 300 blackout. I just edited the range footage of this thing, and I got my little bullet point script all worked up. But I'm going to, I guess, review this tomorrow is when I need to review it. So I was out here kind of looking at it and writing up the script, and I have to go put it back in the safe. But it's on the agenda for tomorrow or maybe Thursday if I get some time. And hopefully I'll have this review done and sent to Dee, who lent that to the channel. But speaking of rifles, let's talk about what happened today. And you guys probably all saw it if you guys follow a lot of the big channels. And I was at work this morning, and my friend Matt, who's a subscriber here to the Texas Gun Vault 2 and the main channel, local fan and subscriber. Well, I'll put fan in air quotes, but a local subscriber, shall I say. And he said, did you see all the Springfield Armory videos about the M16A2 clone? I was like, no, because at that point, I got up, I'd already been to work, and I hadn't had time. Normally, my YouTube viewing takes place or starts kind of later in the day. And he informed me that Springfield Armory dropped and I want to make sure I get this model right, I think it's the SA16-A2. And essentially, it's a clone of a M16A2 that's semi-automatic only. So a 20-inch government profile barrel. It has kind of the clamshell handguards. It has the integrated carry handle. Everything that you either love or hate about the A2 is in this rifle. And I guess there's a bunch of people out there, and I kind of look at some of the message boards and some of the Facebook gun groups and this and that. And of course, everyone's ranting and raving, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. This is the most amazing thing ever. And I'm kind of scratching my head. I'm like, you know that other companies have been making these for a long time. Like, I think Palmetto State has made them. Bushmaster has made them. I don't think Colt has made them in a while. I know they have one that kind of looks like the A2, but it has a detachable carry handle. But other companies have made the integrated carry handle, and you've been able to buy all of the parts to make these yourself if you want to build the upper at home. You know, and there's nothing really special about the lower receiver. It's just a standard government mil-spec A2 profile lower with a fixed stock, right? A2 stock and A2 grip. Nothing special about this. But everyone seems to be kind of losing it over, oh my God, Springfield Armory brought this out. It's the coolest thing ever. And I'm like, I've built 2 of them, and I've built them out of Colt parts, and I think that's actually cooler than Springfield Armory. But they didn't do it right, in my opinion, because if you're going to clone a rifle and market it as a clone, you got to put the right things and parts in it. And for example, I saw a review, and we'll talk about the reviews in just a moment. I think it was Coleon Noir's review. He talked about how the bolt carrier and I think the barrel is melanited. Man, if I have an A2 clone, I want it to be a chrome-lined barrel, and I want the right coatings on the bolt carrier. I want the mil-spec stuff. Why do I want something that just looks the part that's not the part? At least it has the right twist rate, which is 1 in 7. But I was kind of disappointed in that. And I kind of feel like many of the reviews that all kind of magically came out on the same day, and you guys know how I feel about that. It looks so fake. Oh my God, it looks so fake. But of course, they all had glowing positive things to say, but I'm like, it's an A2 rifle. You really can't screw it up. I mean, so many companies have been making M16A2 clones for so long, and you can clone them yourself at parts you can get, from the typical places. What's so special about this? Yay, it's a Springfield Armory. I think the only thing I think people like about it is that it says Springfield Armory on the side. But then, of course, there was going back to the reviews. It's one of those things, and I hate it when this happens. And I'm gonna tell you something, though, that I am willing to admit maybe some partial hypocrisy on this, okay? I will fully tell you guys, and I try to be as unbiased as possible. But I do want to give credit to some of the reviewers, okay? So I'm going to give credit to Coleon Noir. Of course, when Springfield Armory, I guess, lifts the embargo, because I had no idea this rifle was coming out, you have all the big channels that are like, hey, we're doing a review on this rifle. And of course, it's awesome and amazing and great and fantastic. And what they don't tell you, what most of them don't tell you, is that they got the rifle for free all the ammunition, all the stuff, all they have to do is give a glowing review. Now, to Coleon Noir's credit, because I saw his video first, unlike the Springfield Echelon, he said in the beginning of that video it was sent to him. And I appreciate that. I do appreciate that, because I know in the moment we all know that those guns were sent to these reviewers because they're all released on the same day. But people that will see these reviews 2, 3, 4 years from now will not remember this moment in time. And if you're not upfront and honest with people that you received this for review and let them decide if that affects your bias, then it's a disingenuous review. And once again, I always find it hilarious when all the big channels release a video on the same gun on the same day and they're all 100% positive. I'm just saying, I know everyone wants to be excited, and as I always say when it comes to the guns that I review, that not every gun is going to be awesome for everybody. You know, even toothpaste, what do they say? 9 out of 10 dentists agree. Well, there's always that one dentist, right? But it really seems odd when it comes to gun reviews that 10 out of 10 gun reviewers think this gun is awesome. And I'm telling you, it's not great and perfect for everyone, and not every example that comes out of a factory is going to be great and awesome. And so when they're all that way, I don't trust any of them. And those are the ones that I always consider to be entertainment, okay? And I watch less and less of those content creators. But as I said, I want to give a shout out to Coleon Noir, because I think he and there was one other I saw, and I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, that actually said they got it in, or it was sent to them. And I appreciate that, because that's the honesty we need. Now, then you can go beyond that and go, well, it was sent to him. How much of the review is legitimate because he wants to get another gun in the future, just like, you know, to make content. I'm not saying, I mean, Coleon Noir is a wealthy lawyer, right? He doesn't need whatever the gun costs, right? You know, $900, $1,000, whatever. He doesn't need that. That's nothing to him. So it's not about the money. I think it's about making the content. But he needs that content, or he needs those guns to come in to make the content to keep his relationship up with that company. Because he did the Echelon, he's done, you know, I think he's done the Hellcat, you know, the day it all drops. You know, he's kind of one of their unofficial spokesmen. I'm not blaming him. I just appreciate the honesty. And so I want to give a shout out to him. Now, let's talk about possibly a little bit of hypocrisy, because I am totally willing to admit things that I might do wrong. Now, the hypocrisy is, I can't tell you what, okay, because there is actually a media embargo. And occasionally I get contacted by people, okay? Occasionally I get contacted by people within the industry, okay? And I'm just going to say this, that I don't have it as of yet, but one of your, should I say, I want to say favorite flashlight companies, but some people might hate them because of the way that they've advertised in the past. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything about which company it is coming out with a different type of product that they will be debuting in a month or so. And it's not a flashlight. So it's something else. In fact, they had put out a questionnaire to all the people that have done like Olight reviews and things, and said, we're looking at expanding our product line, and these are the things that we're looking to get into. And they listed like 3 or 4 things. And they said, which one do you think would be the most interesting to gun owners if we expanded our product line? And I think overwhelmingly, a lot of people said, we would really like to see you get into red dot optics. I'll just say it that way. And so there's a red dot optic coming on the market probably in the next month to 2 months that is made from a flashlight company you may love or may hate. Not going to say who, what, when, where, why, how. But I'm supposed to get one for review, and they say, oh, you can release the video on this date. But what I'm going to do is, yes, of course I always say, hey, I got this in for review, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to say, hey, I am making this right when it comes out, but I'm going to hold off my review for a week or 2. I'm not going to release it on that first day. And I told them that. And I also told them, because, of course, they always want you to use like the affiliate link so you get like a kickback or whatever. I never post those. I tell them I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to post it in the video. I said I'll make the review, but I don't want people to think I get some type of kickback from it. So, and I always tell people in those, if you're interested in this product, go to one of those other big YouTubers that you probably follow, like, and love, that use that affiliate code and buy it from them so they get that. But anyway, you guys can tell me if that's a little bit of hypocrisy. But there is like a media embargo on something. But yeah, that's it. I can't say what, but, well, I mean, I said it's an optic. But yeah, but there you go. That's my understanding. So, am I a hypocrite? You guys can tell me in the comments section below. So, there you go. That's all I know, what I know, and thanks, Jack, for the ammo. That's a pretty cool, and I'm going to be scared to shoot the 50 AE. So, all right. So we talked about the Springfield rifle. We talked about the ammo. We talked about media embargoes. So there you go. So if you watch to the end of this video, the word of the day is going to be embargo. Embargo. Make sure you spell it right too, because there was a media embargo on the Springfield Armory SA16-A2, and there's another media embargo on future upcoming stuff that I agreed to. I know. Anyway, there you go. Tell me what you think in the comment section below, and I hope you guys enjoy these Garage Gun Talks, because I enjoy making them. So, as always, thanks for watching.